What is a wolverine?
I think they are related to badgers.
It's an Australian animal, isn't it? It's like a ferret.
I think they're Canadian, aren't they?
Ferret dog thing.
Well, why is he called the wolf?
No, I'm thinking of Tasmanian devils. Fuck, what's a wolverine?
Love that we're ending this on the Wikipedia page for Wolverine.
Look, animal facts are always important and always a delight when they pop up.
We're doing this 5 years. I forgot I had to clap twice.
Really?
Top fucking minds over here.
Do we have to do that again then?
No, we just did it twice.
Okay.
There was a long pause, and I was like, oh, yeah, twice.
I knew I'd forgotten to do something.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Clap again. Welcome to the Shipping Forecast, everyone. Joining me is myself, James. Hi, I'm James. Joining me is Nick.
Hi, yeah.
And Grace.
Hello.
And Grace is an agent of fucking chaos, is all I'm going to say. Because I was talking to Grace a couple days ago, and we were talking about a game that looks very good. Fields of Mysteria, I believe it's called.
Yes.
And Grace, I was like, oh yeah, you should get that. And she said, oh, I'll get that when I get home. And I was like, wait, Grace, you're away? Yeah, I'm studying to be a locksmith. I'm 3 days into a week-long locksmith course.
I was up north.
Grace had travelled to the other side of the country to become a locksmith.
Yeah. I thought I had told him about it, but it turns out I had merely alluded to it. And so much to his surprise, sorry. Can't talk.
But now Grace is a qualified locksmith.
I can get into houses. Yay!
She can break into my house
I'm trained
whenever.
in high security penetration.
Oh, right. Well, talking of high security penetration, boy, do we have the episode for you, because... no, we're not quite there yet.
No.
It is just such a Grace thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I know, right?
And, yeah,
I like to worry people, because, I'm so morally ambiguous, and now I can get into houses, and I just like the dread it inspires in people. I feed off of it.
I am fucking worried. Literally, the only thing stopping you from... Because I don't spend a lot of time in my house at the minute. I'm usually at Sophie's for one reason or another. But, there is literally nothing stopping you from coming down here while I'm at work, letting yourself in, and then, I don't know, gluing all my furniture to the ceiling or something.
I mean...
Don't give her ideas.
I mean...
literally, the only thing that is stopping you from doing that is your apathy. And because I know that you'd find it the funniest thing in the world.
Oh, it would. I'll tell you what else was funny. When I came into my house the other night, when I getting back from the course, I thought to myself, I know, I'll pick my way in. And so I did.
Oh, no.
And I got into my own house.
Was your mum home?
Yeah.
She wasn't fussed
She
about
just saw
someone
the keys
breaking...
turning on the other side, and I was like, It turns out we've got the easiest locks in the business to get into, so that was a piece of piss.
Good to know.
Also, I know how to get in through the window as well. You just take the beading off. You can use anything, really, and then you just take the window out, and then you just hop in, especially if it's UVPC. So easy.
I was fully expecting you to say, you just put a brick through it.
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely put a brick through it. That would be easier and quicker. I honestly don't know why I picked the course, because honestly, most of the entry things is just drill it out. Just drill out the lock. When in doubt, drill it out.
So your review of this lockpicking course is, it's not worth it, just put a brick through it.
No, just drill out the lock, or just break a window. There's no fucking point. If you've got a window, anyone can get in. Just don't bother. Get any old lock, it doesn't fucking matter. So, yeah.
So, I have a second Grace story that, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell, because...
Well, I don't know what it is yet.
There's a certain tension to this story that has to be told in a substantial way.
Oh, you mean the
the
lemon tart. Okay.
It was a story that engrossed my work for 3 whole days because I shared the photos as it was going.
Oh shit! I know what you're on about now.
So Grace sent a photo from her work. It was a picture of the fridge, and someone had written...
In red.
So they'd printed
all
out
caps.
in red, "Who stole my lemon tart?"
And I said, it's all kicking off. I alluded to nothing.
It's all kicking off. Someone's written that. The store's lady's going berserk. And then you said, and then time passed, and eventually you said, "It was me. I ate the lemon tart."
Well, it's because you asked. You said to me, "Do you have any idea who had it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it was me." And in my defence, right? Which
Okay, I've gone back to the message.
In my defence.
Yeah, go ahead.
In my defence, it was brought in the previous day, and usually these things get left, and then like 3 days later it will be chucked away. And I hadn't had breakfast this morning, and I thought, right, they're obviously going to leave it, so I just scoffed a whole quarter that was left.
So you wrote, "It's all kicking off," and I said, "Oh yeah, that's a nice microwave. That's not relevant to the story." I thought the lemon tart was for sharing, so I ate it. There's a whole 2 hours between you posting this photo and you saying, "It was me."
Well, yeah, I
ate
was
the
at
tart.
work doing my job. I can't just hang around on the phone all day, James.
For 3 days, this was our personal version of Knives Out. Just watching this murder mystery going off. Only it wasn't a murder, it was who ate the lemon tart. Because the plot thickened. The day after, someone wrote "me" on the note.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Grace. So someone else was taking credit for Grace's crime.
Yeah, they were. And, like, I was planning to apologise as well, but, like, she was so angry, I was like, I can't. And then what's worse is that the supervisor decided to make it worse by, like, saying, "I know who ate your tart." And she was like, "Oh yeah, who was it? Who was it?" She was fucking furious. "It was him, it was Patrick." And he was like, "Who's Patrick?" You know, Patrick. He turns around and there's a picture of fucking Patrick Swayze on the wall from fucking Ghost. And she just fucking went ballistic. I can't tell her.
So
It was a slow week during my work as well. So I was forwarding these messages on to everyone, and we were saying stuff like, someone suggested you getting that note and doing like a handwriting analysis, like identify who, like, we were that invested that people were looking up kind of true crime shit.
Oh no, people at our work were invested as well, because like we knew what kind of pens they were, and we had boiled it down to like 4 people who had them, right? And one of those people was pretending to be one of the investigators. When I say investigators, we had 3 people doing, like, just taking the piss and pretending to be detectives. We had a Poirot, we had a Blanc, and we had a Columbo.
Oh, I'm so glad you did the accents.
But yeah, they were all just going round, just pretending to be those characters for fun. And it turned out it was Poirot who actually wrote me on the board. That was the supervisor. He was also the one that did the Patrick Swayze thing.
So
Agent
it all
of
just
Chaos.
kicked off.
So basically, like, Grace has been the most unreliable of unreliable narrators in this.
I
guess so.
call
Yeah.
it the art of suspense.
And she told a damn story, and it was masterfully done.
Yeah, fair enough.
I tell you
So
what, it
yes,
was a shit pie. I mean tart.
I hope people at your work listen to this show secretly and
Oh.
have heard your confession
Oh god.
to eating the lemon tarts.
The supervisor knows it was me. I know the supervisor wrote me on the board, and we've like had a gentleman's agreement to say nothing.
But the maker of the lemon tart doesn't yet know.
She can go fuck herself. We've all unanimously decided she didn't deserve that tart anyway, even if it was handmade. Like, she's horrible. She's a horrible person.
She didn't deserve the tart despite making it herself.
Hey, the only people, like, usually when people bring food and cakes in, it's to share amongst all levels of staff. Workshop and
that's
office.
fair.
She only gives it to the people in the office because she's a suck-up. And,
Okay.
you know, we took her tart into our own hands.
So you, the working man,
We-
voiced your anger,
We rose up.
as it were.
Well,
You heard the people sing,
singing
the song of angry men.
No,
Yes.
I just ate the cake.
You did, like in the
Yes.
French Revolution.
But let them eat cake, yeah.
Yeah, and which wasn't something she said, as an aside.
No,
That's,
but, yeah.
That was a
It
a
would have
satire
been. It
of
would
her.
have been brioche anyway.
Exactly. I guess this is Hugh Jackman night, but it's mostly going to be Wolverine night because Grace and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine the other day. But we could talk about Les Mis too, if
No.
that feels
No.
if that feels right. Nick, how much do you know about Deadpool and Wolverine and the X-Men in general?
Yeah. Okay. So I went to see the first Ryan. Oh, which one is he?
So we talked about this.
We
Nick
did.
doesn't know the difference between Reynolds and Gosling, and to be honest, neither do I.
No.
Well, I
don't.
do, but it's like they're easy to get confused.
I do have trouble like differentiating. I want to
Okay.
say Reynolds.
Yes.
Yes, get in.
Ring a ding ding.
Yeah, I went to see the first Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie many years ago. It was it was quite a sad sort of circumstance that I saw it. Basically, it was on Valentine's Day, and a group of us who were single had got together and decided that we were going to go out and make Valentine's Day suck a little bit less. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I've never really been one for superhero movies, but yeah, it was funny. It was full of sort of pop culture references and things like that. It was one of the only other things that I've ever seen Morena Baccarin in,
Oh yeah.
who I knew from Firefly and who ended up being Beatrice in a series of unfortunate events.
Bro, she has not aged. Like, she still looks the same
Yeah.
in the latest
Yeah.
one.
Like Firefly was 20 years ago at this point, and nothing's happening.
Yeah, like 100%. Like when I saw her in a series of unfortunate events, I'm like, yeah, she's exactly the same as she was in Firefly.
She's a living waxwork, bro. I don't know what's going on.
But no,
Deadpool was 2016, by the way, so it wasn't that long ago. It was only 8 years ago.
it's without wanting to sound too maudlin, it feels longer, but that's okay.
I guess so.
Moving
boy.
swiftly away from the passage of time.
The horrors of time. Yeah.
I am usually I can take or leave superhero movies. I wouldn't really willingly go out and see one, but I'm glad I saw Deadpool. I found it quite funny.
Yeah. There are definitely exceptions to what is a good superhero film, and Deadpool is one of them. I mean, when the first two came out, me and Grace were both into superhero films, so
Okay.
we're going to see it regardless. I think it's fair to say the last couple of years have been somewhat tepid for superhero films.
Oh, yeah, they've
Um,
fucking got shit in. Even in the film, they were like, yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, even in the film, like, oh yeah, the MCU's gone to shit, hasn't it?
Luckily, I'm bringing it back.
Yeah.
And my God, did
Whether
they
he will
deliver.
or not is still up for
It was
debate.
so
I've
funny.
not seen any trailers for
I think it was
the
actually
newer
better
ones.
than the first one.
Oh yeah, no, I just mean can the MCU rebound from this?
Ooh,
But
no,
I
probably
don't
not.
know. Probably not.
No, their main
Hopefully
villain got
wrong about that.
arrested. And they
Yeah.
had to swap out the villain now. It's not going well.
Yeah, they had to pay a lot of money to bring Robert Downey Jr. back to
Play Doctor
hopefully
Doom.
salvage it. Yeah.
You know, I think I might see that. I hope that
Yeah.
they'll sort
I mean,
that
I'm
out.
up for Fantastic Four because I liked I liked them previously.
This is the thing when you've got something as vast as the MCU. Eventually, you will arrive at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Plus, they kind of they spent the first 20 films building up this one guy doing this thing, and then he did the thing, and I get the impression they didn't know where to go from there.
Yeah,
Which, yeah, probably could have done with a contingency plan.
yeah. Instead of writing themselves into a corner like they did.
That's the problem where you get one guy to play just the villain. Like, he's playing all
Yeah.
the villains. Then he
Yeah,
does
we should
one
probably tell
shit-
that story for Nick.
Oh, fucking hell.
So the next villain they were setting up is a guy called Kang. He was this kind of time travel dude and the idea was he's going to play himself in multiple dimensions and things.
Okay.
He's all coming up on this
He's
evil
a,
scheme.
He's a multiverse warlord who fights himself for supreme supremacy over all timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He
I
did
get it.
two films and a TV series, I think.
Yes.
He was quite good. And then the actor got arrested for domestic abuse.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
It's amazing, isn't it? You got all that money, You got all that ahead of you, and you decide to just beat the shit out of a person because you got a little dick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's well.
We can neither confirm or deny that he has a little dick. That's
I mean,
that's just for our legal team's sake, because we definitely have one of
we
those.
don't have a legal team.
No, the legal team is James.
Yes, I'm doing my best. Okay.
Just damage control. It's not a legal team.
So yeah, we maybe can't see it. Say he's got a little dick, but little dick energy. I have heard.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Don't sue us, Disney.
No, please
God.
don't sue us. We have no money to take.
Everything we say is a joke.
Yes.
Fuck, where was I going with that?
In more
yeah,
ways than one, in fact.
But Deadpool was good to balance that.
Yeah, it was. I quite enjoyed it.
And Deadpool 3, very homoerotic.
Oh, there's 3. Is this the third one that's just come out?
This is the third one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I didn't know there'd been a second Deadpool.
Yes, the second one came out not long after. I've just been looking at the old timeline.
It was okay. It wasn't as good as the first.
I
Why?
liked the second one, because Domino was very cool.
I like Cable.
Cable was also cool.
Big Russian metal man. Very cool.
No, that's not Cable.
Oh, sorry, not. I've forgotten his name. I thought it was
Cable is the edgelord from the future with a laser eye and a robot arm.
Oh, he's also
and
cool.
a big
but
gun. Yeah, he's
cool.
cool, but he's like the son of Cyclops
Ah.
from the X-Men, which is why he's only got one laser eye. But he's also from the future, so he's got a robot eye. He's very 90s, and they did a good job with him. Fan of Domino and the luck powers.
Oh yeah, that
'Cause-
was funny.
Like, all her scenes just sort of played out like some kind of Looney Tunes, Mr. Bean-esque situation where everything just goes wrong around her. And I thought they did that quite nicely. Yeah. God, what do we want to say?
What is there to say?
Like, I mean, normally at this part of the podcast, we would do smash or pass on prominent characters. I don't think I need to pull up a photo of Hugh Jackman. You guys probably know.
Yeah.
Vaguely familiar.
I remember seeing like the original X-Men film he was in a while ago. As I say, I didn't pay much attention, but like, come on, it's Wolverine. It can only be Hugh Jackman. So
It is briefly Henry Cavill in the film.
oh, is it
In the new one, yeah. Minor spoilers.
I see.
Yeah, we can't really do smash or pass with such prominent people, especially if this turns into the Hugh Jackman special, because then it's going to be multiple photos of Hugh Jackman, just in different outfits. There you go, Nick. If you had to shag one version of Hugh Jackman, who's it going to be?
Oh, probably Jean Valjean.
Okay, yeah, the Les Mis. Okay,
Yeah, everybody
Grace.
everybody likes 24601, don't they?
exactly.
So
Grace. Shag, marry, kill. Any Hugh Jackman.
I
Any.
can't
version
kill
of
Hugh Jackman.
Well, probably not, but fine.
Okay, no,
You get
fuck it. No, I do know which Hugh Jackman I'm killing, and I'm killing the one from The Greatest Showman. Because
Okay.
the real guy who was the Greatest Showman, the character, was a piece of shit.
He was a bit of a knobhead, wasn't he?
Because
Okay.
it's not like the film where it's all about embracing people. It was about making a mockery out of people with disabilities. Because it was a Victorian era, people. They were all
Yes.
cunts. Right?
They
No
sure
matter how
were.
much you make a song and dance about it, you can't whitewash it. So, yes, I would kill that Hugh Jackman.
fair enough.
Valid.
I'm not sure I would want to marry Wolverine because he's got a massive
He
case
is a bit
of
of an
post-traumatic,
alcoholic, yeah.
post-traumatic stress disorder, antisocial personality disorder, and this is on his this is something a psychologist has wrote about him. Is Wolverine demonstrates clinical psychological symptoms of da 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 da, and the list just goes on, and I'm just like, it's a lot of baggage, It's kind of got a violent demeanour, and I think it'd make a good shag. But I don't think I could
Ironically,
marry.
comic-wise, Wolverine meant to be quite a short man.
Okay.
Oh yes, he's a
He's-
short king.
He's like
In-
5'2" or something like that.
Yeah, and then they like made him taller.
And then they
because-
cast Hugh Jackman, and even though The Hobbit had just come, even though Lord of the Rings had just come out, they didn't want to do the same thing with him.
So they made him taller.
I guess so. I'm marrying the Van Helsing version of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, you have been dying to talk about this.
Spoilers. Fucking love. Yeah, I'm using this to slide in with the Van Helsing talk. If anyone's not seen the beloved 2001 film Van Helsing, it's by the same guy that did The Mummy. It's a very similar tone. It's Hugh Jackman hunting vampires. It is, I say this without exaggeration, the cuntiest version of Dracula I've ever seen.
All right.
Everyone is serving.
And bear in mind, this is Dracula we're talking about. There are a lot of very, very well performed versions of Dracula out there, and this one is the one that's the most of a diva that I've seen. So that's a recommendation. Very goofy, very fun.
It's not meant to be goofy though, is it? It takes itself
kind
quite
of is.
seriously, but you look at it and go, that's an automatic reloading fucking crossbow.
Oh, the crossbow's
That's not-
stupid, isn't
That's,
it?
it's just fucking ridiculous.
It's gas powered. That's the only explanation they offer.
Fucking ain't.
But how does that work?
Ugh.
So yeah, I might dip into the Van Helsing fix today if I can, because we're never getting a full Van Helsing episode, not unless there's a huge resurgence of that fan base.
Well, you never know. Like, if we make it big enough, we could make that happen.
Wait, shit! You can have a gas powered crossbow.
Yeah, but how would it reload so fast?
If you've got enough air pressurized in a cylinder and a strong enough pump, what it could do is you could keep the pressure going and only have like a quick outlet. So every time you hold it down, it would like shutter the air pressure, and that would hit the piston. Like, you know how like pistons go off in a car. You can have like 5,000 RPM. You could easily do it with air on a piston. I'm just saying, but I don't.
Are you saying Van Helsing is a physically accurate film?
I mean, I don't think it would be possible for its time.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not for
that's-
time. But
It would be a lot heavier, and he would absolutely be carrying around a compressor on his back. But it's possible.
yeah, I reckon nowadays, if you made it so that the actual gas-powered part was the cocking mechanism,
Yes.
and you had a almost like a belt feed of arrows going into it.
You kind of do. Nick,
Yeah.
have you seen the 2001 summer blockbuster Van Helsing?
Oh, a long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pull up a crossbow photo.
Fucking hell.
It was probably before I got interested in those kind of movies because there wasn't a car in it. So
Understandable.
I think there's a... No, I'm thinking of League of Extraordinary
you're thinking of
Gentlemen.
League
Why
of
the fuck would
Extraordinary
there be a
Gentlemen.
car? They had horse and carriage, bro. Why would they have a car?
Well, they might... I don't know. They had a car in
couldn't.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is a very much the similar era.
No, it's not. It's set loads later.
It's always hard to tell with those
Yeah,
things.
it is kind of set later, but I think still before the car as a mass-produced entity had been invented.
Yeah.
Smash or pass, the Van Helsing crossbow.
Is it in Smash or Pass?
Yeah, seemed the best place for it.
I'm not
personally-
putting my dick in that.
Oh, I've noticed where the gas is. It's
Yeah.
in the bit that sits on your shoulder.
Yeah, oh god, I've forgotten what that's called. The stock.
The stock, yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt that would have worked.
Yeah, it
No,
looks...
no.
And I personally would not have a ram at the front of it.
Oh, but it looks so cool.
That makes you a sheep shagger, and I'm not interested.
Yeah, I see what it is. It's like, it's almost gas-assisted, looking at
Yeah.
that. Like, there's the cylinder, which would probably discharge the gas
Mm-hmm.
into the back of the arrow to make it, go faster.
Yeah.
And there's your sort of drum magazine below it.
I do like how people have tuned in for like us chatting smart about Hugh Jackman, and they've kind of, what could this
The merits
work?
of the Van Helsing crossbow.
Could this fake crossbow work? Like, maybe we should talk more about Hugh Jackman's abs.
He's got
Go
nice
on.
abs.
He's got abs.
That's kind
do
of
have
the
abs.
third act finale bit in the end of the film. Is
I
him
really-
finally shirtless.
Oh yeah, he's not been shirtless since the
Yeah,
divorce.
like
Yeah.
the film. Like, he's wearing
Fucking-
the outfit the whole time, and then
fucking
it's just like,
Madonna.
he's shirtless at the end, it's done in slow motion, and they're like, yes, finally.
Oh, Nick, just like a prayer, like the epic version is playing by Madonna
Oh, really?
in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of the most epic bits of cinema I've ever seen. Like, it's
Wow,
just...
Grace.
Also, a fight scene in a Honda Odyssey, which is like the best I've
Yes.
seen in a long time as well. You'll
That's
like
part
that.
of why we're talking about this today,
James,
because...
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Nick, it's not the car you want; it's the car you need.
Well, yeah, I would describe a Honda Odyssey as that. You know, being a relatively reliable, relatively economical people mover. But yeah,
They sure do move people economically in that film, using the Honda Odyssey.
Oh god, yeah, they do. It's so funny.
I see.
There's a...
It's a big old fight scene.
You say fight scene, it is a little bit homoerotic.
That's because all the shots are parodies of what they do in car porn scenes.
Oh, are they?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
realise
like
that.
there are people who have done compilations of like censored out the porn shot scenes. So like when he first reaches over and stabs him in the gut, that's the hand job scene.
Oh.
When he there's a bit where he throws a leg over his shoulder and then stabs him again in the ribs. That's another one. There's the pouncing on him. There's the being dragged like top down scene back into the car. That's usually in sex scenes. People are being dragged back into bed and shit. That's another one. Yeah, I had a friend who's a big movie buff who like broke it all down for me. I was like, oh fucking hell.
So they knew exactly what they were doing.
Oh god, yeah.
They did. Hang on, let me pull it up.
Oh,
There
Nick,
are-
it's so funny.
There are, at the time of recording, there are 175 works in Honda Odyssey fight scene in movie Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine.
I see.
That's more than some whole fandoms.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just check something.
What you looking for, bro?
Has this overtaken my favourite movie, Van Helsing?
Oh, don't do this. It'll only hurt you.
I'm willing to get hurt. Yes, Van Helsing! Van Helsing has 337 works.
Okay.
337 versus the 1,000 Honda Odyssey.
No, 175. So
170.
Van Helsing is at roughly double the Honda Odyssey fandom.
Van Helsing's been out for how long?
Oh, that's so depressing, isn't it? 20 years that movie has been out.
I do wonder if like hidden in amongst those 170 fics is just somebody writing fanfic about their Honda Odyssey.
They love their Honda. I'm going to look
because
for
they love
the
it so
Honda
much.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Honestly, when that scene first came up, I thought they were getting into my car, and then I realised I had a completely different type of car, but the front of it looks so similar. I was like, no!
Well, yeah, the Honda Odyssey is just like a normal car, isn't it? It's just a people carrier.
It is. It's the exact same colour as mine. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I'm like,
I can't even find Honda Odyssey as its own tag. But the specific fight scene has its own tag and is rapidly becoming its own special kink.
Yeah.
And good for them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Grace, do you have a favourite Les Mis song?
no, do I fuck? I hate all of it.
Have you seen Les Mis?
I've seen bits of it and I hated all of it. I've seen a non-musical version of Les Mis, which I was able to stand.
Okay.
Because that was actually poignant and interesting, while musical Les Mis was just fucking ridiculous.
You don't like musicals, is what we're learning.
I hate
Yeah.
musicals, unless it's Disney. I just about tolerate it because it's a fucking kids' film.
Early on, when I first knew you, I sat you down and made you watch Gallivant, one of my favourite musicals.
I
And
know.
Thank you for putting up with me for doing that.
You're so welcome.
It's so good though. Like, no,
No, I mean, I'd have preferred it if it didn't have the musicals. That's all I'm saying. I could have just skipped them.
oh, that's a shame.
I cannot quite believe that I can't introduce you to Jeff Wynn's musical version of The War of the Worlds.
Look, my mum, right? She had all the War of the World musical scores on a big vinyl disc, multiple vinyl discs.
I can hear the cogs turning in Nick's brain. Right now.
Right? No, this is the tragic bit.
Okay.
I looked it up, and like they were worth about £100 each. because they were collectible.
Yeah.
She had fucking sold them, a whole box of them for £1 at a fucking car boot sale, and I fucking wept.
I'm so sorry, Nick.
Yeah, this will be the 2-disc LP. I used to have... in fact, I'm pretty sure I've still got 2 copies of it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's not so bad. And they're worth £100 each, and you've got a spare copy.
Well, one of them's in good condition, one of them's in less good condition.
Used condition.
So, yeah.
Ah, okay.
But, yeah.
That's fine.
One of the things I'd never part with.
Understandable.
Right, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Well, no,
I
Nick.
very much hope they are watering Hugh Jackman for his shirtless scenes.
Oh, I hope so, because you do have to get dehydrated for that kind of abs.
Considering how much CGI was in that movie, I hope they just CGI'd the abs to be rippling.
Oh, that'd
so he
be
didn't
better.
have to do that.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean,
so.
he's getting to that age, isn't he? Let me just check how old he is.
Isn't he like 40 odd by now?
Oh,
I think so.
I reckon he's older than 40. I've written Hi Jackson into Google because I typed it fast.
Hi, Jackson.
Who is Hi Jackson?
He's the taller one of the.
He is the tall one. Hugh Jackman is 55.
55.
Wow, he
Yeah.
looks good for it.
Yeah.
He does look good for it.
I mean, that's
It's amazing what lots of money will do for your complexion.
being wealthy and in shape will do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a UK citizen. Didn't know that.
He's from Canada, isn't he?
He's
Canada?
Australian.
No.
He is Australian, yeah.
It's Wolverine that's from Canada.
Yes. Wolverine is the Canadian one.
Wolverine, sorry.
I know
am
it's
so
hard
sorry.
to tell the difference sometimes, but
He just became him at some point.
hmm
I don't know what happened.
it's the money, isn't it?
And it's funny because he's playing such a post-Vietnam sort of character,
hmm
but he's just so lovely. Like in all his PR stuff, he's just like this really wholesome bloke.
He does seem like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I would be devastated if it turned out he was horrible. Like,
Yeah, that'd be.
I don't want to. Actually, let's not go into that.
Yeah, that would be my Rolf Harris moment, I think.
Yeah.
I never much liked Rolf Harris, so like everyone was upset about that, and I didn't quite understand. But
I mean, I was a little bit upset, but it wasn't like devastating.
oh, my brother was devastated. He loved him.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get away from this stuff. Time out.
Yeah, my brother
Fuck's
was
sake.
very upset.
Grace, did you know he was in Rise of the Guardians?
Yes, I know. He was the rabbit.
He was the rabbit. Shit.
He was the Easter
I
bunny.
I just saw it on his list of stuff he'd done, and I've forgotten who he was.
And
but,
do you know what the most popular ship was in that fandom, Rise of the Guardians?
Was it Easter Bunny Santa?
No, it was Easter Bunny Jack Frost.
Oh yeah.
It was Chris Pine and Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Called it Jack Rabbit. Yeah.
Yes.
I should have guessed. We should do Rise of the. Maybe that's our Christmas special.
It was Avengers for kids.
It was.
It was
There's a lot
2012,
of stuff
and
in that fandom.
it was good. You had
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Jude Law playing the villain.
Yeah, unironically
It
a
was
good film.
it was so good.
Yeah, another one I haven't seen.
I've got the DVD. I'll come over, or you can do things electronically, whichever pleases you.
Nick wouldn't dream of getting it illegally. Let's get him a legitimate copy.
No, I definitely wouldn't torrent things. I would always try. Well, I would always try and succeed in watching them in their native formats with giving money to people, like
Exactly.
I did. Like exactly, I did with Our Flag Means Death.
We'll get you the DVD.
Okay.
I really enjoyed buying DVDs and having a little collection. When
I do
was
prefer
younger.
having a physical collection of things, to be
I'm
honest.
very sad that
No, that's fine.
they're going out
Yeah.
of fashion because
Nothing wrong
when
with
they
it.
take it down offline, you'll never get it again.
hmm
That's why you've either got to pirate it or have it on DVD.
That's why I download everything.
Yeah, that is true. It's why I have a physical copy of Driver San Francisco, because I don't think there's any way you can download that game.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Ubisoft is.
I can. Oh, Ubisoft are bad for stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that basically for some reason they want people to forget it ever existed. You know.
Oh,
We'll do Rise of the Guardians at some point, but for now, let's focus on Wolverine, the X-Men, Deadpool, Van Helsing, Les Mis, We'll focus on the other Hugh Jackman roles, and I will do because I keep
Why not Rise of the Guardians?
because that'll get its own episode
Okay.
because it's there's like thousands of fics for that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, true.
I think. Let's have a quick look. If it's under 1,000, we'll do Rise of the Guardians today. You know what I keep stumbling on with AO3? I keep looking for F for films, but it's M for movies.
You know, I feel like this should have just been Wolverine because it had made our lives easier.
I know, right?
Wolverine and Deadpool all the time.
Rise of the Guardians, 11,000 works.
Oh, yes.
So that's an
Yeah.
episode in itself.
That's big. I think
Yeah.
that's our Christmas episode.
That's a lot of rabbiting.
Yeah, unless we want to do something big for Christmas, like something cursed, like Sonic again.
Oh boy. Well, actually, Sonic wasn't that cursed, if I remember correctly.
No, Sonic was good.
Yeah.
Grace, when is Sonic 3 out? Is it this year?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think it's this year.
Okay, that's
I think
fine.
it's next year. But yeah, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very edgy, I hope. Okay, we'll focus on Wolverine and Deadpool.
Alright.
And all of those. I'm not sure there's anything else we have to say with such a big fandom. Shall we just dive in?
Yeah.
Oh, one more. Who's your favorite X-Man?
I mean, it's Wolverine.
Is it Wolverine? Nick, who's your favorite X-Man?
Or it's young Magneto
Yeah, valid.
from First Class. God, he was nice.
Oh, specifically First Class. James McAvoy.
I wanted those two to pound so much when I first watched it.
Wait, did you not feel that way about the Patrick Stewart, Ian Mckellen X-Men films?
You know, yeah, well, unfortunately when it comes to friends, to lovers, to enemies, when they're enemies at the end, you're not really expecting that happy ending, because I think they were too far gone on their own paths. But when they were sort of like together at the beginning, I thought that timeline could have been beautiful, but unfortunately that got clipped.
It's nothing to do with the age difference, then.
No,
Okay.
I've seen Vicious. I believe love can. I think old people are allowed to love each other as well. What the fuck?
I never said they weren't. I just wasn't sure if you shipped them.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of shipped them. Like, when I originally saw X-Men, I didn't realise those two had that backstory at first, because I wasn't that much into the X-Men. But once I saw First Class and I realised, oh fuck, they actually started it together, I was like, now I ship them. Now I ship them hard.
I see.
I'm so sad that timeline got clipped.
Do you ship Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen?
I don't know. I think I ship Ian McKellen with his husband.
That's probably smart.
Team
Yeah.
whoever the creator intended, I see.
What's Team Real Life, who he's actually married to?
If there is a creator. But yeah, yeah.
When you say the creator in this context, you do mean literally.
Yeah, like...
Not just the author, unless there is an author and life is a simulation.
Oh, stop it. It's too late for that.
Yeah. Sorry, I have
We need to talk more about Hugh Jackman on the Hugh Jackman episode. We keep spiraling.
I have one more follow-up. Who are we seeing Deadpool ship with the most?
Oh, it's Wolverine.
Oh,
It
really?
used to be. I reckon it used to be Spider-Man,
I
but
suspect
Vanessa,
it's Spider-Man.
I think Wolverine's going to be coming up hot, like as
Okay.
of this year. Bear in mind, it's only been out a month.
That's true. Okay. I guess we'll see.
Because things don't happen in a Honda Odyssey and not stay online.
That's true. My favourite X-Man is Nightcrawler, incidentally.
Okay.
Closely
the-
followed by Gambit,
Ooh,
Who-
I'm going to make a name for myself here.
who made it into that film and was
Played by Channing Tatum.
less cool in this one than he was in the 90s cartoon.
Okay.
I thought he was cool. He just had a Cajun accent.
He wasn't as cool as in the 90s cartoon, though that could be the fact I was like 8 and didn't really
Cool was very different back then, wasn't
had a
it?
different idea of what was cool. Yeah. Maybe so. Okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
I'm going to start with that Honda Odyssey tag.
Nice.
Well, I think. Do you know what? I think usually what I do is when I am faced with a fandom I don't know a lot about, I usually go straight for the crack.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon that's probably not going to be necessary in the Deadpool fandom because I think most of it is going to be crack.
I agree.
So let's have a look. I'm going to go
I
all media types.
I kind of want to see you also go to the Honda Odyssey tag, if I'm honest, as the car guy. But
Oh my god.
What?
I've already found a slightly cursed crossover fic.
Oh lord.
It's called Deadpool, and it's Zootopia / Deadpool.
What?
And Nick Wilde is fucking playing Deadpool.
Nick Wilde
And Judy
is...
Hopps is Vanessa. The fox.
Yes, send that shit over. It's
see.
been a while since I've seen Zootopia.
Oh my god.
We should probably do a Zootopia episode.
I can't believe it's on the first page I looked at. And it's explicit. I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
By Heli.
It's just called Deadpool.
1895.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heli 1895.
Tags. Judy Hopps is a hooker.
What? That doesn't sound
Alright.
like Judy.
Oh, she's a police officer. Yeah, but this is just.
Oh yeah, this is
copy
Deadpool
paste.
AU, isn't it? Yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Makes sense.
You can imagine my surprise. I had to like reread it. I was like, Straight under it is One Direction.
One Direction are in this. Oh, you in the okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I've I may change my tags.
There never was a fourth wall when it comes to Deadpool, so crossovers are fair game.
Yeah.
Which explains why there's 15,000 works with him, because he can just slot into any universe.
I think Colossus was the name of the metal man.
Yes,
I like.
that was Colossus. 8,000 fics shipping Peter Parker and Wade Wilson.
I was about to say that was the most prevalent that I've sort of that I've sort of found spooling through.
8,700, so pushing 9,000. That, yeah, Spider-Man gets around.
Yeah, he does.
Why?
Good for him.
Why is Logan tagged as worst Wolverine?
Because in the film, in the timelines he's looking through, he ends up finding the worst Wolverine out of all the timelines. Where basically all these other Wolverines, they did quite well in their universe in protecting it. This Wolverine fucked it up entirely, and all he's probably like the last X-Men around because he just made like the mutants' lives worse.
Right, I see. Yeah.
He's the Wolverine from the timeline where everything has gone wrong and he blames himself for it.
I get it. Right.
He is a sad alcoholic, and it's kind of rough.
Thankfully, he's getting pulled into a nice timeline where everyone loves him.
Exactly. And there's
But he's still an alcoholic.
There's 1,000 works of Worst Wolverine and Wade Wilson. So, 1/8 of the Peter Parker comparison. However, they've only had a month or so to put that out. So, it's getting there.
Yeah.
See, the stuff with Peter Parker and Wade was just an offhand comment from Deadpool saying, wow, if the fans could see us now, they'd shit the shit out of us or something. It'd make us... And it's him just holding on to Peter's back while Peter's scaling a wall.
And people fucking did.
I remember that.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Meanwhile, there's a whole sex scene in a Honda Odyssey to compete with, so, those numbers are going to fucking treble.
It's, okay, brief tangent. We learned about something at university. We did like a module on false memories. It wasn't a sex scene in the Honda Odyssey, Grace. It was a fight.
Absolutely was.
No, you didn't see anyone's peen. It was all stabbing each other the whole time.
You can have sex with your clothes on and it can be violent.
You've got me there.
I think it's just a very... there was definitely a lot of emotion involved.
It was certainly homoerotic.
Oh god, yeah, it was
For
worse than Top Gun.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I may have to rewatch Top Gun.
ABO, excellent.
Uh-huh.
First thing up, by anonymous. Do we put up stuff by anonymous
Yeah.
people?
As long as it's not got the padlock on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's general ABO stuff. Usually Wade's pheromone has an ability to scare off the alphas, except for one crazy lab rat, and I'm guessing that's Logan.
Got to be.
I reckon... Oh god, I'll just send it across. It's called Carrion Scented Omega (EN).
Okay.
Okay, so one of the tags is... one of the tags made me chuckle. It's consensual but not safe or sane.
Oh, that's a good tag.
It is.
It is
Oh,
good,
wow.
isn't it? I like
Yeah.
that.
That's 4,000 works in that. That's a popular tag.
Yeah, let's see if there's any relationships I recognise.
BTS are in there.
Yeah. Don't recognise that. No. Yeah, there's another one from Deadpool. BTS are in there.
They get everywhere.
The one for Warhammer 40k. Transformers.
Nothing's safe or sane in the 40k universe.
Oh, Transformers, apparently.
Transformers is getting a new movie.
I don't think they ever stopped, did they?
This one's an animated one, and it's got
Oh.
Chris Hemsworth as one of them.
I don't
I
know.
think he's Optimus Prime.
Oh.
But yes, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because the actor's still alive, I think, and he's been doing it fairly regularly.
Don't know.
I've found a crossover.
Okay.
I'm guessing the ship name is Dead Claws.
I've been seeing two. There's Dead Claws, but also Wolverine.
Pulverine, I see.
And I quite like that, because I always read it as Pooverine, and that makes me laugh.
I see. Yeah, so this is Dead Claws meets Winchesters by Devilition, if I've pronounced that right. If not, I do apologise.
That looks right.
Okay, so the summary is a TVA portal appears in the bunker's main room and two strangers appear. Will they get along or shall they get shot? In brackets, they won't, they're immortal. So yeah, this is the Winchester brothers meeting Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
That can only go well.
Yeah, I mean, additional tags. Logan and Dean become best buddies because of raging alcoholism.
Oh, yeah, I could see them getting on.
Yeah, Dean and Sam are confused a lot. Fair enough. Kind of out of character, but I'm trying as hard as I can to make it canon. And also, Deadpool
I
is climbing
believe in you.
Wolverine like a tree. So,
I would hope so.
actually, this is really short, but here's one of the first lines that caught my eye. Anywho,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Deadpool or Wade Wilson, your choice. And this here is my best buddy Wolverine. I'm not your buddy, Wolverine interrupts. Dean murmurs, where's your booze?
That
Wolverine
definitely
stays
sounds like
bluntly.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh. I can get behind that.
Oh, God. Dean turns back to Wade to see him talking to nothing again. Can you stop
Well,
that?
yeah.
It's freaking me
He'll
out.
be
Dean tells
monologuing.
Wade. Wade stops for a moment and goes, but the people need to know I've met the fucking Winchester brothers. So even in this, smashing the fourth wall to bits.
Oh, 100%.
It's only 340 words. I kind of hope they write more. Yeah, last updated, posted yesterday, so who knows?
Oh, there's still time.
There is still time, yes. It boggles the mind that people are still writing about Supernatural.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a persistent fandom.
It is, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the other... Well, Doctor Who's still going because it's still airing,
Yeah.
but Sherlock's long gone.
Yeah, like the Super Who-Lock stuff, I think the only one still regularly going is Doctor Who.
Oh, that's a weird cut. Hold on.
You guys should watch Supernatural, it was quite good.
Yeah, I've enjoyed what I've seen of Supernatural.
Yeah. I
Awkward
didn't think I'd like
stories
it.
about that aside. So this is an art one, and I'm just going to briefly put it there. It's from the Horrible Histories fandom.
Because of course it is, I suppose.
Yeah, this is Rick Boole by Captain Rick Bond.
Okay.
And two of the Horrible Histories actors drawn in as Deadpool and Wolverine.
I
With
see.
the little rat at the bar.
This is incredibly niche.
That's why it stood out to me. I was like, that's really... I love it, but wow.
Life is a mystery.
Oh, that is niche.
Just an
It's
unusual...
well drawn.
It's very well drawn.
Fucking well drawn. Fucking hell.
It is.
It's definitely more than just a shitpost there. That's commitment to horrible history's shipping, and we have to admire that.
Yeah, well, 100%. That my world is better having that in it, I think.
The other thing I'm looking for now is I'm hoping the Honda Odyssey has breaks containment,
What do you mean?
as in people start doing that with other fandoms.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because currently I've only seen Deadpool and Logan having sex in a Honda Odyssey, but maybe I want to see
Fallon and
BTS having sex in a Honda Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Fallon and Marcel.
they wouldn't fit. She's so big.
Sherlock and Moriarty.
It's a people carrier. I'm sure she could.
Oh,
fit.
that's true. Yeah, Fallon's a big lady. She can.
I
I'm
couldn't-
sure she can. It's probably mostly feathers anyway.
Yeah, I think she can squeeze in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be up.
it'll be fine. If it was a Honda Accord, maybe not. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's tiny.
since it's an Odyssey,
Yeah.
Though if it's the fighting love dynamic, probably not Fallon and Marcel, because I can't see them ever having the desire to fight each other. Maybe Dante and Virgil, or Hades and Megara. Yes. Sorry,
Oh, shit.
Zagreus and Megara. Whoops, got those names
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, I can see Megara taking the seatbelts apart and whipping him for all he's worth.
Damn right. And Zagreus having a good time with it. Probably Thanatos in there too.
I see.
'Cause they are very much an open thing.
You're the one that I want played on a lyre.
Oh yeah, forgot that was playing in the background.
You're the one that I want, baby.
I'd forgotten about that.
How
Incidentally,
could
Nick,
you forget?
there's a lot of great moments in that film. It's
Yeah.
hard to, yeah. Incidentally, Nick, 24,000 fix with the car sex tag.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a popular fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's not called dogging for no reason, is it?
That's true. I will check the dogging tag at a later date. The odd one for me is the first one I saw is a Bridgerton fic.
Does
Okay.
Bridgerton have cars?
Oh no,
No,
it's a
Victorian.
good century or two before that, but I've
Yeah.
noticed it's a modern AU. But maybe just have carriage sex if you want to write the Bridgerton folks.
Well, that happened.
Oh, did it? I've not actually seen Bridgerton. I just know of it.
I just know of the carriage scene.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little bit more awkward because, of course, you've got presumably somebody driving the carriage.
Yeah, but they can't see in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
No
anything
one
could
can
be
see
happening.
in.
Yeah.
Also, you don't need both hands on the wheel. You are stuck
Yeah.
for hours because horses don't go very quickly. You
Mm-hmm.
have got a lot of time to kill in that carriage.
I imagine carriage sex is easier than car sex.
Well, it depends on the car, really.
Full disclosure, I've not done either, but I imagine there's more room in a carriage, so
Oh, for sure.
it's probably easier to.
To be fair, I think the appeal of car sex is how you make it work.
Is this while driving or
No, good-
stationary? Because I
That's
feel
a bad
like
idea.
I feel like it didn't come up on my theory test whether you were allowed.
They didn't say no to roadhead in the driving test.
You know,
No.
it didn't come up anywhere, so therefore.
No, good grief, no. Like, I wouldn't. The thing is, I would say that I am quite a good driver. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yes.
It is all right. I'm
So-
kidding. Yes, Nick taught me to drive. It's fantastic.
But like, here's the thing. I don't think I could concentrate half as much if I was cross-eyed and sweaty, or focused on making somebody else cross-eyed and sweaty.
It does say, like, when you're driving, you're not allowed to smoke, but you are allowed to eat.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to be on your phone.
So I'm allowed to eat. I didn't say it couldn't be pussy. Ho ho.
Exactly. You can eat pussy and drive.
Again, legal reasons. Time out.
Yeah.
Don't eat pussy and drive.
Yeah, remember, dear listener, pull over first.
Just pull over first.
Yeah.
Ideally, somewhere that people aren't going to be watching.
Yeah, somewhere secluded.
Exactly.
Just do it in the comfort of your own homes.
It's probably
God's sake,
better, to be fair.
It's never that desperate, really, is it?
I am just going to say that you are both Philistines and leave it at that.
Hey, I didn't.
I'm just doing what I do best and find loopholes in the law. Look, it's not my fault that I'm that good.
I didn't say road sex was a bad thing. I mean, car sex, as long as you're parked. But
Yeah.
I just said I hadn't do it. It wasn't out of, I don't want to do that.
I mean, you will
I
get
see.
arrested if you are caught having sex in a public place within your car. So
Bear
it
in
is
mind,
against
Nick,
the law.
I've only had a car for like a year.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Exactly. Oh, so I went back to the X-Men fandom just to get us away from hearing about Nick's love life.
I mean,
This
it's not
bit
as if
is-
it's all the fucking time. Jeez.
I didn't say it was, but so this is Push Me Over by XX Racing is Life 112XX.
Brilliant. Okay.
The relationship is Hugh Jackman / original character.
Oh, is this a
Love,
self-insert?
angst, smut,
This
hot
is-
sex, daddy kink, daddy issues, secrets.
This is actually the only Hugh Jackman original character fic out there. I'm surprised more people aren't.
What,
Racing.
fitting themselves with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I assumed that was just something everyone did.
You know what? Yeah.
4 chapters already.
Maybe more people, I don't know, like, give him that social mental space. But XX Racing is Life 12XX. It does not have that problem.
Who, let's be real, that's Nick, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we've stumbled across Nick's account.
I will just say I do not have the bank account or the time go car racing. I wish I
Okay.
did.
You can still call yourself Racing is Life and write Hugh Jackman crossover fix with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me that.
I tell a lie. I've also found Hugh Jackman / reader.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
So here we have Summer Secrets Hugh Jackman fan fiction by Hulk's Tacos. Hugh Jackman / reader. Top Hugh Jackman freeform. Soft Hugh Jackman. Rich Hugh Jackman. AU Hugh Jackman.
That's a lot of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. I was tempted to read bits of it, but it'd just be in a sketchy Australian accent, and I don't think anyone wants that. It's definitely out there. Though it's not its own tag, it's part of Australian actor real person fic.
all right.
But a lot of that is Hugh Jackman. Hang on, if this is what I think it is... Hang on. So this looks to me like a retelling of 1984 from the perspective of Hugh Jackman.
What?
It's called Big Brother is Watching Me by Big Brother Loves Me. The characters are Big Brother and Hugh Jackman.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, good tags. No lesbians die.
Love to
Thank
hear it.
God, it's very annoying when that happens.
I can't remember if any lesbians die in 1984.
I've never seen or listened to or read.
It's definitely a read thing more than anything.
I was gonna say it recently came out on an audiobook,
Ah.
and I thought it was coming out on film, and I thought, oh, that looks shit hot, and then it turns out it was an audiobook. I was like, oh.
Audiobooks are good.
They are, but it would be nice to see an authoritarian movie.
That
But
would
you're
be
not
nice.
allowed them because they're anti-authoritarian.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tag. I mean, skimming through it, I don't see any reference to Hugh Jackman. But that's only the first chapter. It's written in a diary, much like 1984. I'm going to assume that's a retelling of 1984 from the perspective of Hugh Jackman, but maybe we'll find out one day.
This is going to be one of those things is that it's incredibly well written. There's barely any Hugh Jackman in it.
It looks very well written,
And
for what it's worth.
You could easily read this, get very invested, and then not realise you came for Hugh Jackman and stayed for the plot.
Yes.
Whoops. Right. I'm going over to Van Helsing because I've been very good and polite, and I think I've earned a quick read of the fix of the beloved 2004 Van Helsing. Or I would. Is AO3 broken for you guys?
How do you mean?
It's going very slowly for me all of a sudden.
No, it seems to be okay.
No, I think that's just Fen life, mate.
Oh no, fan life.
Yeah,
Du-
the
du- 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 du.
yeah
Fan
the
life.
the ghosts are getting you again.
Oh no.
I wake up, have a cup of tea, I stretch my legs, and the eldritch horror eye rolls me from across the floor. Fan
Fan
life.
life.
The TV's crashed, it's making a weird ominous noise across the ley lines, but hey, what can you do? It's a Thursday. Fan life. The water's slowly rising in the ditches nearby, and the cats are all telling me to get out. It's now Friday. Fan life. The weekend's coming, and I'm afraid to drink my tea because there's an ecosystem living in it. It talks to me about an abyss. I try not to look at it because it looks black. Fan life.
All the old gods. So many
The
old
ancient
gods.
horrors. We all go hand in hand, spiraling to madness.
Fan life. Do.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Nice,
yeah.
nice
So
one,
yeah,
Grace.
Wolverine. Sorry.
No, I think that's gonna have to go in, isn't it?
I'm very sorry.
No, don't be. I think AO3's crashed for me. Oh, guy, I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to send me fix. Let me swap to my laptop. Maybe it'll be better on there.
So funny
yeah.
hearing you have technical properties, because it's like you're suddenly a hacker trying to get into fan fiction.
No, right?
It's working okay on my phone.
He could be using his skills for Homeland Security, but he's trying to get into AO3.
I need to read about them having closure. Okay.
The Honda Odyssey cannot wait.
Yes. It works fine on my laptop. For some reason on my phone it just wasn't doing anything. So let's have a look.
Domestic Pulverine.
Ooh.
No beta. Idiots in love. Domestic Fluff. Soft Logan. Aw.
Soft Logan's not a choice.
I'll throw it over.
I've got Van Helsing going to a glory hole. So I don't...
Different vibes.
Tell me to cut this if I'm being too harsh.
Okay.
However, I feel somewhat of a need to roast this person's taste in usernames, because this is Do What I Tell You by Highlander 2.
Highlander 2?
Why Highlander 2?
Because Highlander 1 was taken, guys. Come on, it's the internet.
Yeah, but Highlander 2 was a terrible film. Like, they retroactively had to... Like, Grace, you've seen the first Highlander, right? It's sort of...
No, I've not.
Do you know the gist of it?
Yes.
Like, it's immortals who fight to the death whenever they meet. You have to behead them to kill them.
Yes.
The second one, it's about aliens.
Yes.
It's about it turning out that all of these immortal people, it's not magic fantasy stuff, they're all from space. And it's stupid. And I like space. And
But don't cross the streams. I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
why Highlander 2?
Look. You can call yourself what you like and not really have anything to do with the film.
That's fair. Highlander 2,
They might have just done it as a jump scare. Don't worry.
they've given me a jump scare. They made me think about Highlander 2.
Yeah, they could have done it ironically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like brief work tangent, but I recently found out how to change my email avatar at work.
Oh no.
The default is the BMW roundel. I changed it to the British Leyland roundel.
Right.
Because nobody's going to know what it is. But people will. So maybe they're part of a small but dedicated community who think Highlander 2 is the superior movie.
I mean, when I was younger, I thought Fantastic Four, The Silver Surfer, was the tits.
It was the tits.
I didn't know any better. It turns out it's the worst out of the lot of them.
No, that was a great film.
Well, all I'm saying is that turned out... I didn't realise that was the second one, and I thought it was the tits, and everyone has dunked me for it.
You know what? Solidarity,
and I'm wondering
Grace.
if this person who loved Highlander 2 being introduced to it as aliens thought this was confused when it became fantasy. It could have just been like us with The Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I had a similar thing with
Valid.
Driver 3.
Oh my god, Pepper.
Yeah, I thought Driver 3 was brilliant, and it turns out it's the worst one in the franchise.
Oh.
So,
Alright, that was Bioshock Infinite as well.
Bioshock
Oh,
Infinite's
no.
still good.
Yeah, Infinite's still good.
Compared to everything else, it's like only 1/3 of the length of all the other games, and it was they had to apologise for how stupidly confusing they made
See,
it.
I'd heard Bioshock 2 is the lowest rated one.
I thought it was.
Oh really?
Oh. Nothing wrong with liking Bioshock. And Solidarity, nothing wrong with liking Silver Surfer. Because that was the tits. It had Doug Jones in it, the guy who does all the monster makeup. He was the surfer. I was going somewhere with this. Highlander 2, if you're out there, you're not in trouble, I just want to know why.
Yeah, we should probably talk about the fic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's Van Helsing. Van Helsing tugged the blanket over his head. Do you realize I have to punish you now, Gabriel? And then, yeah. They bang,
I see.
I think. No, it's not. I did the wrong voice. It's not with Dracula, it's with Carl.
Carl.
Carl is Van Helsing. He's the monk who comes with him.
Oh, okay.
Who's like the Q of this universe, who does all the gadgets and stuff. Hang on. Oh, wow. Okay. I did not expect this. Carl and Van Helsing is a more popular ship than Dracula and Van Helsing.
Okay.
By 5 fics.
I mean, they're on the same side. I mean, Q and James Bond.
Yeah, but it's
you know.
it's Dracula, man. Like, even I ship them a little bit.
It's it is odd that at least like one of those people in that ship is not supposed to have any sex of any description because he's a fucking monk.
Exactly. I think he does get laid at some point.
It's because he's a monk, he's getting all the sex. It's just how it goes.
I see.
But I don't know, it just surprised me. I really expected Dracula to be more popular because, like, I feel like if that film came out 10 years later, he'd probably be up there with like your Benedict Cumberbatches in terms of Tumblr sexy man. But maybe I don't know Tumblr as well as I thought I did.
You're a straight man trying to predict a very gay side.
Exactly. I'm just surprised.
In the nicest possible way.
No, that's
I think you're underqualified.
completely understandable.
Yep, that is
I just
fair
find
enough.
it weird. They had such enemies to lovers. Like, the chemistry was all there. And...
No, I'll tell you why it wasn't. Because
Oh.
if they had been childhood friends and one of them got
They
turned into
were,
a vampire
though.
and then they... No, they weren't.
It's in the law, yeah.
What, in the film?
Yeah. When he's like, oh, return my ring. And it's like, oh, it's because I killed you back when we were best friends.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned out Van Helsing is an immortal angelic warrior, and he's the one who killed Dracula back when he was, like, at the height of his power.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
They must have glossed over that so quick.
It was super speedy, and it's at the end, he's like, dun dun dun, that ring that you were found with, that's Dracula's ring.
Yeah, no, they needed to make that more obvious.
Okay. If they
And,
ever
like-
remake Van Helsing, which they shouldn't do, it's a flawless movie, but if they ever do it, more enemies to lovers in there.
Drag it out and make there a slight regret between the two that they couldn't have been friends again, and it will be a hot mess. You're welcome.
Well, Hugh Jackman is free from doing the X-Men for now, or Wolverine for now. Van Helsing 2, guys, it's not too late.
I wonder what Hugh Jackman will be in next, because he does do a fair bit of range.
I reckon he's going to take his Deadpool money and he's going to go and do like a niche musical.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising
Another
seeing
one.
him in Les Mis, really.
Sorry, when I say niche musical, I don't mean Les Mis. That
Well,
is
yeah,
probably the
that's-
least niche musical
That's
alive.
that is
but-
the opposite of a niche musical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mean like The Greatest Showman?
Yes,
Yeah.
but he could do another Les Mis. If they figure out the plot of Les Mis 2.
Les Mis 2. Doesn't everybody die at the end?
Too late, too miss.
I don't really want to see him in anything sad again, because I was really upset watching Logan. I think I'd like to
Yeah.
see him in something happier.
Yeah, like do a happy musical, like
Not Les Miserables.
not Les Mis 2, Revenge of 24601. No, Javert Revenge.
Yeah,
Um,
Revenge
God,
of Javert.
There aren't many happy musicals now we've said that.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was quite upbeat.
It had its horror moments,
It
though.
did have its horror moments, admittedly,
Mhm.
yes.
Oh, you got The Lion King, you got Frozen, you got Frozen 2, Frozen 3 is
I
coming
guess
out.
it's just the Disney ones that are happy,
You got
isn't
every
it?
bloody Disney movie going.
Grease?
Yeah.
Grease was quite happy.
Oh yeah, Grease is a
Yeah,
He should
yeah.
do Grease.
See,
But Grease has
most
already been
musicals
done.
are
I
most musicals
don't-
are actually happy.
You know what? It's everything else is getting a gritty reboot. Hugh Jackman, I know you listen to this show. Remake Grease.
So,
No,
the issue we have
not
with
also-
that...
It's not the 2000s anymore. Gritty reboots are out. Happy reboots.
I think
are
I know
in.
where Nick's going with this, and no, Hugh Jackman playing a 15-year-old boy is not an issue. He
Well,
can
yeah,
be a teen.
To be fair, I think John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John were, like, in their 30s when they played them.
Exactly. It will only improve Grease if Hugh Jackman, 55-year-old Hugh Jackman, is there pretending to be a teenager in the 60s.
Oh,
Maybe-
for
yeah.
God's sake.
Just change nothing. Don't even put him in makeup. Just don't acknowledge it.
I really hope he still has the flexibility to do all the dance routines.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
It seems like he does anyway.
I got chills, they're multiplying.
Incidentally, there are 23,000 works in Les Mis.
Okay. I guess, well, I could do with a rewatch of that.
Making it one of the biggest ships we've done.
Yeah.
I can't remember anyone's bloody name. 2,000 of them are Javert and Jean Valjean.
Really?
What's your
Yeah.
favourite thing about Hugh Jackman?
Sorry?
You should be. What's your favourite thing about Hugh Jackman?
His eyes. No, I don't fucking know.
Nick?
I can't say that
I
I've
don't have...
considered Hugh Jackman long enough to have a favourite thing about him.
On the Hugh Jackman episode, you bastards, you both need to lie through your teeth and say he's everything to you. Come on, get with it, guys.
Sorry,
Come on.
I put my laptop down and it disconnected me from the call.
Oh,
Well, I was just saying to Nick that you both need to pretend that you're his biggest fans on the Hugh Jackman episode, because that's
I mean...
and he was like, I've not really thought enough about him. I was like, no, Nick, wrong answer.
Okay, Grace.
You're a fan. You're a diehard fan.
What's your... Okay, let's try and think of... Nick, who's the female equivalent of Hugh Jackman?
so I'm guessing you need somebody with range who's quite action hero-y at the same time.
And big in the mid-2000s. Grace, what's your favourite thing about Angelina Jolie?
All right. Yeah.
My favourite thing about Angelina Jolie is probably that even though she's cast for just being sort of like pretty, when she does actually try do other things, she is quite good, but those movies don't get a lot of spotlight.
Oh, that's a good answer. You're good at this.
It is. Yeah, it's absolutely...
I do like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, it is absolutely fucking dreadful because Angelina Jolie was probably one of my formative crushes.
Uh-huh.
Because she played Sway in Gone in 60 Seconds. So,
Uh-huh.
the one of the best Nick Cage films out there.
Oh. I don't think I've seen
So
it.
yeah, back to Hugh Jackman.
Oh, I was just trying to figure out who the most popular ship in Les Mis is. It's Enjolras and Grantaire.
Okay.
I figured it out. They're not actors I've seen or recognise. I assumed it would be the one that's Eddie Redmayne's character, but no, it's neither of these men are Eddie Redmayne.
No, that's Marius.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marius and Cosette.
So I'll
And
put,
I thought Eddie Redmayne would have been playing Colette.
he does do drag quite often, or at least
Okay.
once.
He did it once.
I just associate him with doing that now. It's cause he did it well, to be fair. The Danish.
He did it. I just
girl?
don't. The Danish girl. He just doesn't seem to strike me as someone who would survive France at that time as a man.
Actually, he's one of
Like-
the only ones who does, isn't he?
Yeah, that seems right.
He's too pretty.
Yeah, because he goes into the cafe ABC at the end and sings "Empty Chairs and Empty Tables" because all his mates are dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Oh, fucking hell.
Spoiler alert for Les Mis, by the way.
Spoiler alert for a very old musical.
Uh,
My favourite's still The Landlord and His Wife.
nah.
They're absolute divas, and they're absolute gremlins, and look after themselves, and it's nice. I'd put them up there as goals, along with Team Rocket.
Fair enough.
Right, back to Wolverine and the X-Men. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, no, I shouldn't be fucking surprised by this. So the X-Men films have two separate tags. There's the original timeline movies and there's the alternate timeline movies. Now, the original timeline is the Patrick Stewart and Ian Mckellen films. The other one is the Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy films.
All right.
Yep.
Can you guess how big the discrepancy is between those two in terms of fix, and which do you think would be more popular?
First Class is more popular.
First Class is 3 times more popular.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? It made it onto the Graham Norton show when the two actors were
Oh,
on.
really? Yeah, that adds
Yeah,
up.
he was like, look, this is... And it started off with like, fan art. It was like, look, they're two baking together, and the actors are just looking at it like...
They must
and then
know.
it just gets more and more smutty, and they're like, oh my god. Yeah, they leaned into it in the end. It was very
Yeah.
funny. We should probably do like a link or something.
So
It's so good.
I feel, and it could just be my bias, I feel the original timeline films are better and probably made more money if you adjust for inflation. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But in fandom land, alternate timeline far more popular because it has more handsome boys.
Yes. This was a time where they desperately needed new fans, and they knew how to get them.
By casting Michael Fassbender as a bad boy.
And James McAvoy. Of course.
And making them kiss.
Do you
I
know?
don't think they actually kiss.
They didn't kiss.
That's disappointing.
But you did start off with a very angry Magneto going Nazi hunting right at the beginning, which was sick.
Well, maybe they should have got Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen to kiss.
I think it'd be sweet.
Am I cutting out?
I think both of you are cutting out. That's rather worrying.
Oh,
No, I don't know. Either way, we've been recording for like over 2 hours or something now, I think.
1 hour 25.
An hour 25. Oh, I was just looking at the time. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look at the X-Men. We'll give it like another 10 minutes or so. Unless, Grace, you need to stop.
I don't need to stop, but I am getting tired.
Okay. You've got tomorrow off, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm so dreading going back to
Yeah.
work.
Me too.
Why?
Me too.
What do you mean, why?
Oh, I thought there might be something specific.
No, I've just had a week off, and I've been doing this course, which has been quite fun, and I went in for 8:30, left by 4:30. I had a whole hour's lunch. I've never been treated so well. And now I've got to go back to my actual work, and it's just like...
You've never had a full hour's lunch?
No, you get half an hour and then 2 15-minute breaks.
Right. Okay.
And it just hits different.
Yeah, it does hit different. I love having a full hour.
Yeah.
Also, I start at 6 and finish at 4:30 most of the time, so it's like, you know...
Yes, I stipulate that I take my lunch every day because I use it to build airfix. So.
As you should. I work remotely, so I use it to have a nap.
A nap, is that what you're calling it these days?
Oh, yeah. And you can't prove otherwise.
Yeah, I was just going to say about Michael Fassbender before I was rudely interrupted by my internet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, go on.
Like, whenever I hear his name, I immediately don't think actor. I think 1980s music composer. Yeah.
Oh,
Is
really?
there a composer called Michael Fassbender?
I don't think there is. I think I'm maybe getting him mixed up with Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmerman is a film composer, yeah.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer.
No, Hans Zimmer, sorry.
Yeah, but both names, for some reason, they scream like 1980s to me. I can just like picture a guy in a room with like a load of synthesizers and a keytar, and he's...
I can believe it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Fassbender to me sounds like an old type of German machinery, like a tractor.
Oh no, Grace has gone too.
Or like, I don't know, a sewage plant. It just feels like that kind of
both of you are gone.
heavy industrial machinery, and not actually a person.
Hello?
Hello?
It'll come up on my waveform later, you'll find out later. It's fine.
What I keep finding funny is how poorly timed all of these cutouts are, because it's always... The thing I like about X is
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think our respective internets are just taking it in turns to shit the
Have
bed.
fantastic comedic timing
Yeah.
when they do.
And our fourth member of the show is
The ghost of
the
internet
technical
past.
difficulties.
Oh, has Pepper been demoted?
I mean, Pepper is absolutely technical difficulties,
Oh, yeah,
but
true.
you know, she's not here with us at the moment. I've let her back out because she didn't want to be in here anymore.
Well, she's
So-
more hardware than software.
She's very
She-
soft.
Oh, she's very soft.
Well, yeah.
She's more.
Yeah, but she's more she's more akin to causing trouble with the hardware rather than the software.
I mean, she'd absolutely win a fight with a computer. And in that way, she's hard with a capital A.
Well, yeah, if it's a laptop, she'd just go sit on it.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
would, yeah.
Grace, can you remember the name of the attractive bald lady from Deadpool?
The attractive bald lady, Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra
That is
Nova.
the sister,
That's her.
the sister of Charles
Because
Xavier.
I just realised there's one character we've not seen anything of yet, and she was quite cool.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Only 64 works. I guess she's just not caught on.
That's not nothing. But she did die. Like, if she had lived on a bit longer, I think maybe.
That's true.
You know.
No.
Also, she didn't really have, like, that much of an intimacy with any of the characters other than
No, she just.
Logan, who was already taken at that point.
No, she was just kind of evil and British the whole way through.
I reckon there's absolutely a fanfic of her raking her fingers through Paradox's face.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. There aren't many, so we can have a quick skim.
You know what, Nick? If you need, like, a pick-me-up, I would go see this film, because,
Yeah.
my God, it can turn any day into a good one. It's so stupid.
Okay. I see.
I would agree with that.
It is a good hit.
I've got Cassandra Nova / Wade. I can't even say his name. Deadpool.
Wade
Wade
Wilson.
Wade Wilson. It is in Russian, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it's by someone called Dolahova. It is Cassandra Nova. I can't. You know the names.
I don't understand why you're struggling.
I don't know what it's though. Wade Wilson just trips me up.
Okay.
Hand and finger kink, chains, boys in chains, sex magic, superpower sex, knife play, alcohol, drunk sex, riding, cowgirl, semi-public sex. I wrote this instead of sleeping. I will go down with this ship. I can't believe I wrote
Nice.
this. I'm going to hell. My first work in this fandom. First smut, clothes sex.
Boys in Chains.
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like a 90s boy band.
I thought it was a re-sing version of Girls on Film. Boys on chains.
It just sounds like a chapter in Rough Trade
Boys
to me.
on chains. Sorry, that's just where my head went instead. Just got hit by the
boys
Duran
in
Duran
chains,
beam.
Wow, wow, scream my name.
Cassandra Nova / Wolverine, yeah. And
Yeah.
Mary Poppins. No, Mary Poppins, the
Mary
dog.
Poppins.
I keep meaning to ask
Oh fuck,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, Dogpool.
Dogpool.
That's her name.
Let me find a picture of.
Like, Wade Wilson is Deadpool's name. Mary Poppins is...
That's
The dog's
such a
name.
brilliant name.
I'll get you a photo
No.
because Nick, you are a dog person.
Yes.
the world's ugliest dog.
As
Rated
voted.
ugliest dog. Yeah, it is a character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they actually got the world's ugliest dog, and they're like, we're going to put this in the movie.
Yep.
Oh, bless.
And you know what? In a way, it's actually kind of cute because it is a very affectionate little dog.
That's adorable.
Aha. Here we go, Grace. Let me put it in the right place. Oh, that rhymed. This is Void
Yeah, my
Void
name-
Mummy by Anonymous.
Why is this for me?
Did anyone else watch Cassandra Nova stick her fingers in people's heads in cinemas and think, yeah, me next? Because I did. Here's exactly that. Plus
Wow.
porn. It's exactly what you said you were expecting. That's why I said it's for you. I'm not implying you want Cassandra Nova to stick her fingers in you, but if you do, no shade.
I was talking about her and Paradox, but
Which
sure.
one was Paradox again?
Paradox was the snivelly middle
Oh,
management
the
guy.
other British guy.
The
Yeah.
other evil villain, the British villain.
That's a great line that sticks. There's a line just midway that was like, I hate be very careful. There's a second British villain in this film, and that has stuck with me the whole
I
way.
hate to inform you, there's a second British
Yeah.
villain in this. You're not the only British villain.
I'm so glad we're still the evil ones.
Well, I don't know why, but my favourite line is, "By the way, your tail is a predator."
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
After
for God's
that
sake.
one
Yeah,
scene.
lots of good lines in that, Nick. You've really got to watch it.
Also,
Jesus.
the brief nod to the pegging in the first one. It's like
Oh yeah.
pegging isn't new to us, but it's
not.
new for Disney. Wink. But yeah, if you want Cassandra Nova to stick your fingers in you, that's
That's the thick to go.
we've got you covered with Void Mommy.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous. Be proud of what you've
Come
done.
into the light, you
Yeah.
coward.
We're all here for it. Let's not lie.
Fair enough.
No, she is a good-looking woman.
Beautiful lady. Right. Was there anything else we want to talk about?
Hugh Jackman.
Aside from, we've talked a lot about Hugh Jackman today.
I thought you said it was the Hugh Jackman episode.
I was mostly joking and was going to focus on Deadpool, but then you suggested it, and I,
I
was
took you
like,
seriously.
"Oh,
You can't joke and just let me take it seriously
fine.
and not tell me.
there's another fic here
You
that is a
bastard."
reference to another line in the film."
Yeah.
It's called "Sail Away" by Red Hood Ellis. What Cassandra or Sail Away, or what Cassandra does when she's not being evil. She mentions once she's done killing with them, she's gonna flick her bean to Enya.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
this scene has been written, and good for her.
I'll add the notes, adding this to my slowly growing unofficial collection of masturbatory fics inspired by one joke line. LMAO.
It was a very good line. I'm gonna have to check how many have been written about that line in particular by this author.
I wonder how Enya's doing suddenly blowing up on the internet. Like, what's all this? What's this resurgence?
Well, they've not written that, but they have written something called "The Doctor's Pink Screwdriver," or "The Doctor regenerates into a femboy and jerks off in the TARDIS."
Oh boy.
Okay.
Good for the Doctor.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's bound to happen eventually.
I mean, I suppose you're changing equipment. You want to try it out every once in a while.
Exactly. I mean, that's probably something all Time Lords do once they've done regenerating, is like check out their equipment.
Oh, new teeth. Mm,
New dick.
dick.
Who dis?
Well, yeah, you'd have a look, wouldn't you? At least.
Definitely.
At the very least.
And they cut that from the show
Yes.
every time. The cowards.
Release the unedited version. Make Doctor Who interesting again.
You heard it here first, Russell.
Ugh.
Yeah, not as much about Cassandra Nova as I would have expected. Hopefully that changes over time.
I feel like there's been a lot of ABO about Logan
Yes.
since this film, and I feel like him being called a little honey badger, people have been taking it literally.
Oh dear. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Although, to be fair, if he had the little grey streaks, I'd definitely think he was a little badger.
I mean,
What is
I
a
think they are
Wolverine?
related to badgers.
It's an Australian animal, isn't it? It's like
think they're
it's like a
Canadian, aren't they?
ferret dog thing. No, they fucking
Why
ain't.
is he called the wolf?
No, I'm thinking of Tasmanian devils. Fuck, what's a Wolverine?
I love that we're ending this on the Wikipedia page for
Look,
Wolverine.
Look, animal facts are always important and always a delight when
They're
they
from
pop
northern
up.
Canada or Alaska, and can be found in mainland Nordic countries of Europe, and throughout Russia and Siberia.
Okay, so, yeah, they're pretty worldwide, but stick to where it's cold.
Yep.
They are very cute.
They're very cute. They are of least concern for animal conservation.
Oh, good. So they're not endangered.
They are vulnerable in Europe, though.
Oh, okay.
But worldwide, they're doing
Ah.
good. Yeah, I think they're related to badgers.
They are technically largest land-living weasel.
Not a badger
While
then.
Wolverines look like a bear and smell like a skunk.
Oof.
They are technically the largest land-living weasel. Adult wolverines have a few natural predators, but kits fall victim to wolves, bears, and mountain lions. A hungry wolverine might travel as many as 40 miles a day in search
Wow.
of food. How ferocious.
I'm glad we learned something at the end of this.
It's not that ferocious.
Oh.
It's been greatly exaggerated. They just have a lot of endurance and strength.
Okay, I
foragers.
get it. So basically, it's one of those animals which doesn't cause a problem for you unless you try to kill it.
And by the sounds of it, the problem it will cause is use its potent anal scent glands used for marking territory. I'm just going off this Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Which conveniently left out of the X-Men.
There's a fic in there somewhere.
There definitely is, and I'm not looking for it.
Fair. That's fair enough.
I don't want to read the Hugh Jackman fart fic. Yeah, apparently comparable to the European badger in terms of body mass. And the African clawless otter, which is slightly larger. Wait, there's a giant otter?
Yeah.
How big do otters get?
Giant sea otters are massive.
How big are we? 5'11". Fuck me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they said giant,
Yeah,
didn't they?
I mean, you can call anything giant, like, but I didn't think like comparable to people. That's
That's a
huge.
big otter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a big otter. Well, yeah, that's crazy. Well, we're now on animal facts, so we should probably start wrapping up.
Right, though, a quick note, I would like to see a giant otter and a wolverine take on a year 7, because they'd roughly be the same height.
You want them to kill a child?
I want them to fight in a fair fight, unarmed.
I like that you've not gone for the two animals fighting. It's two animals killing a British preteen.
I mean, who said that the otter would immediately go for the child? He might go for the wolverine
Maybe.
first. You just don't know. Like, it's 3 against 3. Well, you know.
But why did you add a child?
Every man for himself. Because they're about the same height.
5'11"?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not far off that height.
Yeah, Grace, you're not. You're
Like,
smaller than 5'11".
Yeah, like I'm taller than that height, but yeah.
Yeah, 5'11's taller than me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm 5'5",
Yeah.
5'6" even. That otter's bigger
Yeah.
than me. Alright, I'll fight it.
Inland or in the sea?
On land.
I mean, neither option feels fair, does it?
Because everyone's equipped for land, and the otter's only one equipped
Otter's
for
not that
sea.
equipped for land.
They got
Yeah,
feet.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
They can start running
and they
about,
got
yeah.
claws. Their jaws can break clams.
I'll be completely honest, I was thinking of seals.
Oh.
Otters, you're right, yeah, you could fight one on land. That feels a fair fight.
We're not organising this.
It'd be very difficult to fight a seal. They're all blubber.
Hi, brief interdiction by the legal team again. We do not condone fighting endangered animals.
This is purely hypothetical, and also preteens are not endangered.
Yeah, but the giant otter is on threatened on the list, which is like
I'd feel threatened.
which is like
by
the
a
middle of the
preteen.
scale. But bear in mind, one end of the scale is completely extinct. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, so they're in the threatened zone. Grace is the threat in this case.
I'm not a preteen.
You said you'd fight it.
I mean, if it fought me,
Okay.
if it was going for a scrap, I'd run away. But if I was cornered, you gotta roll your sleeves up and just
Grace,
like,
if you're
do
cornered
what
by
you
a
can.
giant otter, you have to do the decent thing and die.
Look, I've had this with a goose, and let me just say, I'm here.
Okay, but geese are not endangered. If anything, they are the danger to us.
Yeah.
Currently, a giant otter's life is more valuable than your life. Because you're human.
I know, which is why I would do what I could to get away from it.
Okay, good.
But if it's personal,
So,
the law has got nothing to do
if-
with my personal issues with this.
If I
fucking
arrive and you're fighting a giant otter and I've got a gun and you're yelling, shoot the giant otter, shoot the giant otter, and the giant otter's going,
Look, I know you're shooting me.
I will shoot you instead of the giant otter.
Oh boy.
And I hope you'd understand, because
I would
one's
understand,
threatened
because
and you're human.
I understand, because if I lived, right, the internet would hate you forever.
Yeah.
Like that gorilla.
And if I think enough people would.
Harambe, I think his name was.
Yes, Harambe. I think. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably get charged with murder if I shot you to save a giant otter's life. But.
Yeah, you would. You would actually get in less trouble by shooting the otter. But unfortunately, all of society would hate you. Would you consider just injuring one of us? Well, I mean, like, injure him, right? So I can get away.
It does
right?
depend
At
what my
least do
options are.
Because this otter has beef with me in the scenario. I don't have beef with this otter. I'm trying to get away. But if I have to resort to violence, I will.
If I happen to have a fish on me, I will throw him a fish to save both of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. But not an endangered fish.
No.
No, like, knowing you, you've always got like a fish and chips on hand.
Yes.
Just throw the cod at it.
I'm wandering around the beach. I'm having my chippy.
You're having a chippy tea, yeah.
You know what, Grace? This is the nicest thing I'm ever going to say to you. I would throw my chippy away to save your life.
Thank you, that means a lot.
Good.
Unfortunately, I couldn't say the same, because if I was watching this
What?
go down, I would be eating it and watching and filming.
I'm regretting my choice of offering to throw my chippy to save Grace's life.
Dinner and a show, I guess.
I mean, you're not really doing it to save my life. You're doing it because you've always wanted to feed a giant otter battered
Oh,
cod.
a little bit,
Let's be
yeah.
real. Don't give me that.
I wouldn't
shit.
say always, but now you've said it, it's on the list.
Ugh.
So what have we learned today, everyone?
Something. Where our loyalties lie, and Hugh Jackman.
Okay, I'm fighting Hugh Jackman. Who are you saving? Bearing in mind...
I'm saving you. What?
Bearing in mind one of us doesn't need saving in that fight. Because I couldn't take Hugh Jackman in a fight, to be clear.
Well, then why should I intervene at all? Because I'm not going to be able to take down Hugh Jackman. Are you being serious?
Well, maybe with two of us. Like you can
Don't
sneak up behind him.
You know, even with two of us, he'd take us both down. He's got prongs on both his arms. It's not happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy my chances even if it was all three of us.
He's got forks for hands and he's ripped to fuck. It's just not happening.
And in a fight, it'd be even harder. Because we said take you. You're not. Never mind. What have we learned?
I completely missed it. I learned that. I don't know. I don't know what I learned. I don't think I've learned anything.
No, it is kind of what I expected, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how popular Les Mis was. Specifically, two characters who didn't go on to do other things as actors. I really figured it would be Eddie Redmayne or Valjean and Javert.
Yeah, there is a bit of that going on.
Or the landlord and his wife. But not as much. Like, the internet's really just latched onto these two guys.
Yeah.
Nick, what have you learned?
I learned a lot about Wolverines.
A lot of animal facts at the end there.
Animal facts are always a hot take.
Yeah, I did learn a lot about Wolverines, which I wouldn't have looked up if it was just sort of myself.
I learned there isn't nearly enough Cassandra Nova love just yet. I hope she catches on, because she was fun. Paradox, less so. But I could still see like a niche for him. He's played by one of the blokes who was Mr. Darcy. So there's got to be something out there for him.
Oh, you know, Steve. Is it Steve?
Dunno.
Yeah, every Deadpool has a Steve.
Oh, the mustache guy.
His
Yeah.
name? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could be wrong, but I think he was the guy who played a very sexy detective on British television back in the day.
Let's have a look.
He also played Mr. Darcy in The Haunted Mansion.
Oh, Steve Harmon. No, that doesn't seem right. Let's just have a look. I don't think he was Steve.
I think he is Lindsay something.
Oh, let's go down a quick rabbit hole. I swear search engines are getting worse by the day.
Rob Delaney.
Oh, that name rings a bell.
Strophy.
Peter was the character.
Home Alone. Argyle.
Argyle was not a good film.
Oh god, he's been in loads of
Mm.
things.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any like big detective things standing out to me.
Yeah, he's best known for being Rob Norris in Catastrophe, but I thought it was someone else.
Okay.
He does look incredibly similar.
Are you thinking of the guy who played Paradox?
No.
Matthew McFadden. Because he's done a bunch, including be Mr. Darcy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He was Mr. Darcy to Keira Knightley.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of Colin Firth.
I mean, yeah, no one compares to Colin Firth when it comes to being Mr. Darcy, but
Oh, he's in Spooks.
yes. That's why I was like, you must be thinking of him, right?
Fuck. I think no, I wasn't, but
He fits the bill.
yeah, Jesus. Oh, he's in The Last Kingdom, Three Musketeers, Wuthering Heights.
Oh, did he do
What the
Wuthering
fuck?
Heights too?
Yeah, he
Oh.
was.
Maybe we should do a Jane Austen episode at some
Oh
point.
God.
There he is looking broody as Mr. Darcy.
Who's in Agatha Christie's Poirot.
Uh-huh. Oh, for
Fucking hell.
I don't know how this keeps happening, but every time I put my laptop down, it decides, oh, I should just go to sleep and disconnect me from the call. It's very frustrating. Remind me to stop doing that.
Okay, do we want to stop there?
We probably should.
Yes.
This isn't a satisfying conclusion because we just went off to talk about Mr. Darcy instead.
Well, you know, we're British. It's easy
We
to
should, yeah.
do. He is British bait, unfortunately.
Thank you for listening if you made it this far. Do you want us to do a Jane Austen episode? Write in if you do.
Oh fuck no. I mean, yes.
You don't want to do a Jane Austen episode, Grace?
No, not
Okay.
really. I always thought she was a bit pretentious. It was just going around people's houses and having tea, wasn't it?
I got that reference. Nick, have you seen that going around?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay, there's a review of Pride and Prejudice on Amazon. It is one of the few one-star reviews for Pride and Prejudice, and it's a simple sentence. It's just people going around each other's houses. And he's right. It is.
He's absolutely right.
He's not wrong. It is just a bunch of people going around each other's houses. So, yeah, that has stuck with me, and it has really tickled me. The idea of it's just like, yeah, I wanted stuff, not just visiting each other.
But there's a lot of media that could be said to be that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
most romantic things are just people going around each other's houses.
Yeah.
I mean, Friends is just going home and then going to a coffee
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah, basically.
Like, you know.
4,000 works in Pride and Prejudice and related fandoms. But I think we've established we don't want to do it. So, write in if you want me to overrule Grace and Nick's distaste for doing a Pride and Prejudice episode.
I just think it's far too highbrow for us, if I'm honest.
There'd have to be some heavy crossovers.
I think,
or something
yeah,
else.
we just look at crack within Pride and Prejudice. Have either of you watched Bridgerton yet?
No,
Good. We don't do a Bridgerton episode then.
I don't plan to.
We can invite my mum on
don't-
and do the Bridgerton episode.
She'll get
She
upset
will.
because their eyebrows aren't proper. Of
It's
the
not
time or
historically
whatever.
accurate at all. Yeah,
Exactly.
I could see that being funny. Anyway, thank you for listening if you made it this far. Join us next time. I don't know what we're doing next. I almost never do. But we'll find something.
Yep.
Write in if you enjoyed it. Write in if you didn't enjoy it. We're always curious to hear what people think. And, yeah. Oh god, what else do I normally say?
Thank you and good night.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.